So it's called Farewell Mr Haffman, and we'll set the scene, set in Nazi-occupied Paris. Michael, your character works for Mr Haffman in his jewellery store. Tell us a bit about Pierre.
Yeah, so Pierre's a jewellery maker. He's been working with Mr Haffman for 10 years. He's started there as an apprentice. And then with everything that's shifted and changed in Paris with the Nazi occupation, he's asked by Mr Haffman to take him in and hide him in his cellar. And that's really where the play starts. You know, it's extraordinary play because there's this danger looming outside of the room, and we actually exist in a very domestic place. You're just aware that families are being displaced, and his family had to move to Geneva, and everyone's just trying to work out a way of surviving and making the best.
Well, and Pierre wants to start his own family. He's got quite an unusual proposition for Mr Haffman, hasn't he?
Well, this is the thing. It's like, this is why the play's kind of absurd and farcical and beautiful at the same time, is that they've been, Isabelle and Pierre have been trying to have a baby for a few years, and that's having a huge strain on their relationship. And I think he thinks that there's an opportunity now with Mr Haffman staying under the same roof for them to maybe, have a chance of having a baby. And it's a very extreme time, and actually he thinks, well, maybe this is an opportunity for surrogacy. And actually, in the 1940s, it's a very modern idea and also an unusual way of it coming about. But it means that straight off the bat, we're in this very strange menage a trois. What's it called?
It's very funny. It's a very funny kind of play as well. And then so I'm not, unfortunately, playing Mr Haffman.
You're not, you're playing Otto.
I'd love to be in a menage a trois. So I play Otto, who turns up, who gets invited to dinner, or probably invites himself, and he's the Nazi officer who is basically there to suss out who's sitting around the dinner table. He's also hunting priceless artworks that have been hidden around Paris. So he gets invited for dinner and with his wife, who's incredibly un-PC and very gregarious, played by Jemima Rooper. Yeah. And basically, it's kind of one of those dinner parties from hell that start off very cordially and then just turn into this kind of thriller aspect of, are they going to get away with it? Are they not? Yeah. Is he going to find out who's really sitting around the table? And, who's going to basically live and who's going to die. So it's very exciting.
So very intense, full of humour, and also new choreography skills, I understand.
Well, then, so
let's talk about those dancing shoes, shall we?
I mean, tap dancing, it's a new skill for me. But basically, the other side of this unusual play is that while they're going about their business, I am thinking, oh, well, I'll just learn how to tap dance. But of course, it takes a bit of time for things to happen between Mr Haffman and Isabelle, so I get better and better at tap dancing, and it becomes my kind of outlet, better and better, quote unquote, because I'm not a tap dancer, but it becomes my kind of mania and jealousy and where I put my frustration and my loneliness, and so it's this, tap dancing. Here we go, I need some advice.
I get that. Sure. If you've got nervous energy to burn off, why not tap?
I know.
Why not?
Dance it out.
Yeah. It's exciting. I'm excited to learn it, and it's a really addictive feeling. You sort of get one little moment, oh, that sounds a bit like tap dancing, okay, and you sort of you go further into it. And I bought my little wooden board. I've got it at home in the corner, and I'm just sort of
Do you have it with you this evening?
Yes, yes.
Come on, let's get
I'm so underprepared here in my tap.
Don't make me dance with the sound. I'm like, of course I won't.
Ardal, I want to bring you in here because you've starred on the London stage too. I mean, you were Olivier nominated for the Weir. Are you keen to get back up there?
Yeah, not to tap dance. I was worried you were going to ask me to tap dance. Actually, I'm a dancer trapped in the body of a tree. But I'm really envious listening to the lads talking about that. I mean, there is nothing like being in the West End. It's like, I was in a play last year in the National Theatre called Dancing at Lunacy, which was great. And every theatre experience is just incredibly rewarding and enriching. Like, it changes your life, and it also can help you pivot in terms of your career as well. Like, because I very much a comedy background. So you're not really taken seriously as an actor until you do the West End stage.
Well, it gets you an Olivier nomination, which you earned.
I don't know how that happened, but...
it happened. Michael, it would be remiss of us not to speak about Downton Abbey. Now, the film is due this year. It's the third and final Downton movie, and as we know, last year we sadly lost the late, great Dame Maggie Smith. Yeah. Now, when it comes to working with Maggie, you weren't really the best footman for her in your character as Andy.
No, I mean, you know, working with Maggie was an extraordinary thing. And a young actor coming in, and I, you know, was a bit of a bag of nerves. And yeah, there was one moment on set where I basically nearly pulled her over completely because I put a cloak on her, and they said, "Okay, can we go again?" I went, "Yeah, let's go again," and pulled the cloak on. And you know, she nearly went. She didn't fully go over, but she nearly went over. And then she said, "Okay, can we just sort out this business with the purse?" So I was like, yeah, absolutely, Maggie, yeah. And I closed her fingers into the purse. And so,
wow.
And so that's really nice. But yeah, I mean, amazing. I don't think I've fully got over that, so I'm really glad we're talking about it again.
Yeah,
here to help.
So your footman skills still need work. The acting's going well.
The acting, the taps on the rise and the footman's on the... Yeah, but man, I mean, what can you say about working with her? And it was really amazing to watch all the tributes come out about her, and I felt very, very proud to have worked with her.
As you should be.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you can see Farewell Mr Haffman at the Park Theatre in London's Finsbury Park from the 5th of March.